Myoti Cares presents.
Okay, so what's up, everybody? It's been a while again. Life has definitely got busy with having a newborn. So I'm happy that I have the opportunity to record another video for you guys. So today I'm going to be talking about goal writing and documentation and how to really write really good documentation and write goals. So this is going to be a really good one, so stay tuned. Okay, so here we go. So everyone knows that SOAP notes is daily treatment notes, and that's how you would do your treatment notes. But we're going to talk about goal writing, and we're going to use something called the FEAST method for short-term and long-term goal. So the F stands for function. So what is that? That is occupational gain. Returning to. So we're looking at what we want to return back to. A carpenter paints, so he wants to be able to return to being able to paint. All right. The E stands for expectation. This is what the client wants. This is the client's goals. So the carpenter wants to be able to return back to work. His expectation is that after he has his therapy, his goal is to be able to get back to work and being able to paint. So the action, the A stands for action. And this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to perform. This is what we're going to initiate. We're probably going to do some shoulder flexion extension exercises, depending on, his ultimate goal. Even if we're looking at upper body dressing with a hemiparesis person, their goal is to be able to dress themselves. So we'll implement like a one-hand technique. So ultimately, we're looking at what will be performed. Okay? The S stands for specific condition. Okay? And this is simply the level of assistance. Okay? And we know this as min-assist, mod-assist, max-assist, supervision. Okay, so this is being specific on what level of assistance is required. The T, very easy, timeline. Okay, by when? When do we plan on having this accomplished? What is the patient's timeline? When would they want to be able to achieve this goal? Okay, so these are the aspects. It may not be in the order because of sentence structure. You want to make sure your sentence makes sense, but these are the required elements when we're talking about goal writing. Okay, so let's look at examples. So for a short-term goal, let's say patient will safely perform all aspects of toileting using commode with min-assist and 25% verbal cues for proper sequencing and implementation of safety techniques. Okay, so let's call this our short-term goals. So first thing we're going to look at is patient. Okay, and let's make this red so this stands out. So key terms, key phrases that you would use is you can use patient like I did. You can use client, resident. Some facilities may allow you to say Mr. Jones, use a patient's last name. I know in my facility we usually use patient or resident, not really Mr. Jones. So now the next thing we're going to look at is what we're going to perform. Okay, so this comes in line with our function and our expectation. Okay, so The goal is to perform all aspect of toileting. Key word is perform. Now, there's also other key phrases you can use instead of using the word perform. You can say perform, you can say participate, you can say utilize, train, instruct, demonstrate, patient will, ability. So there's a lot of key phrases, but these are just some examples you can use. So I'm actually using in this example the use of a commode. So patient will safely perform all aspects of toileting using commode. Okay, so this is coming back to the expectation. Patient will, what's their goal? And their action, they're going to be performing toileting using a commode. Okay, so the next thing we want to look at is their specific condition, which is what level of assistance they need. So as you can see here, I have, I'm going to highlight this here. We have min assist and 25% verbal cues. How about we make this purple so it stands out? Okay, for proper sequence and implementation of safety techniques. Now, on the computers nowadays, it has a built-in time frame where you don't necessarily have to write this. But if you was to go back to how we used to do things, and we was to write this in, you can simply just add within 2 weeks. Nowadays, it seems like progress notes aren't due until about 3 weeks. So we'll say within 3 weeks time. Okay, so that's your time frame. So like I said, you know, you have feast, which has all your key elements. It may not be specific to how the feast is structured, but for your sentence structure and to make sense when you're writing, you want to make sure everything's included. Now, just going back to here where I have with toileting all aspect, you might be wondering why I wrote that. And because all aspect covers everything pertaining to toilet. So we're looking at toilet transfer. So this is stand pivot transfer. This is squat pivot. This is if you're using adaptive equipment such as a commode sliding board. And be sure you can always be very specific in what you're saying, specify, but I'm just putting all under here. All aspect can include clothing management, pericare or perineal care, or toilet hygiene. Okay, so all aspect falls under this. Turn to flush. Okay, so when you see all aspect, that's what I'm referring to, and this is just my way of writing that when I want to include everything we're doing. So if you're looking at long-term goal here, okay, patient will safely perform all aspects of toileting using standard toilet independently, demonstrating good or we can even say adequate. Okay, but I'm gonna stick with good safety techniques in order to return to prior level of functioning, which is PLOF. You can always say return to home, least restricted environment, or even this long-term care facility. It's up to you. It depends on their discharge plan and what their ultimate goal is. But I'm going to just leave it with PLOF, which is prior level of functioning. So I hope this was helpful. I know this was very quickly and very straightforward. If you have any questions, please be sure to inbox me and be sure to subscribe. But this is a cool little method. I know they cover this in school, but this is just a nice little review. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and great news coming soon. I'm releasing a book called 12 Case Studies with Treatment, Intervention, and Documentation Examples for Occupational Therapists Working in Skilled Nursing Facility. It's coming soon, so be on the lookout for it. All right, take care.